Hey beautiful souls, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new here. Today, as always, I have a general reading for you. And as always, with a general reading, it's not going to resonate for everybody, and that is okay. Just take what resonates and leave the rest. For the ease of channeling, I'm going to use the pronouns he and she. But if they don't resonate for you, that's absolutely fine. Just swap them out for the pronouns that do. Okay. My readings are timeless and can be past, present or future. Spirit will always guide you to a message that you need to hear exactly when you need to hear it, regardless of when it was first done. Okay. I'm just going to light my candle. Okay. So as I said, it's a general reading. I keep hearing the song I Don't Want to Wait by David Guetta. I think it's David Guetta and One Republic. And I keep hearing Let's Make Tonight the Weekend, I Don't Want to Wait. And I feel like I'm having a party. I feel I'm just getting the vibe that you're just vibrating really high right now. You're living your life, you're loving your life, and you're not waiting for a major milestone to celebrate. You're literally celebrating everything, the highs, the lows, the big things, the small things. Okay, you're celebrating every little bit of it. You're so grateful for everything that you've been through, everything that's yet to come. You're just loving your life and you're living your life, vibrating so high right now. Okay. And I was really guided to put my yellow jumper on because of the energy being so high and so happy and so vibrant. I'm seeing Archangel Jophiel. Okay. So yellow could be significant for you, okay? I'm seeing the sun, so sunshine. Maybe it's summertime where you are. Again, this could just be representative of the sun card in the tarot deck, of your life just feels abundant, you feel so good, you feel so high vibrationally. Obviously, make sure that you're grounding that in. Maybe you're excited because something you can feel something is about to manifest for you. I'm seeing yellow roses, okay? Roses are the highest vibrational flower. We have mindful wisdom, creating a harmony. Yeah, you're just feeling really good. Again, the yellow on this card, on this owl, is standing out. I don't know if that camera's doing that justice. But just down here, it's all yellow on this owl. I can see all the colours of the chakras, or the rainbow. But specifically the yellow is standing out, and green as well. Like you're loving life, you're vibrating really high from like loving energy, like vibrating this out into the universe. You're giving and receiving in equal measure. I feel like this really young energy as well. So it doesn't matter what age you are, but I'm feeling like this young, this vibrant, like I'm in the best health of my life, the best, like I've never felt better. Like this major, like you're glowing up, vibrating high, and just feeling really good. You may be looking young as well, so if you are like older, you're not looking your age. Well, it doesn't matter if you're older, but you're just not looking your age. Okay, and it's because you've got this innocent, childlike energy, but that's not childlike in a emotionally immature way. it's knowing when and how to tap into your inner child. It's like your inner child is really happy right now. You may be doing things that you used to do as a child, or if you're not, maybe you're being guided to follow your intuition and tap into that inner child. Okay, maybe there's a new child that's come into your life or about to come into your life. It doesn't have to be birthed by you or anyone else. It could be a friend's baby. It could be adopted, fostered. You know, there's something about a child, or maybe you work with children, and the children that you surround yourself keep you young, or you're thinking about working with children, or you're reminiscing about times when you worked with children if you're retired or something like that, or you don't do that anymore. We have Galactic Healer. Move forward with an open mind. There's something here about your inner child is healing. Okay, if you're not feeling this high and this vibrant energy, and you're feeling a bit low and depleted, then this is a sign that you need to tap into your inner child. Okay, but I feel like with this Galactic Healer, you've got spiritual beings, higher level beings healing you right now, or helping you to heal from something. I'm not taking both of those. I always struggle with this deck because it's a little bit bigger than my hands. Okay, we have Third Eye Vision. Reclaim your mind. You're taking back your power, or you've taken back your power. You've reclaimed your energy, and you're just feeling so much better. You may have cut off something or someone from the past, something that was draining your energy. Okay, it may be that there was a job, some sort of career, something. I do feel like this is more past energy. It doesn't have to be, but you've cut something off. You've ended some sort of cycle. I feel like you've freed yourself from something, and you've reclaimed your power. You've taken back your power from a person, place, or a situation. Okay, and it doesn't have to be a person outside of you. It could even be with regards to yourself and your own mind. Okay, if your mind has been playing tricks on you and trying to talk you out of things, it could be that as well. That you've been in a battle between your head and your heart. You're coming out the other side of that. That your mind, you're seeing through the illusions of what you're telling yourself, not just what you're seeing from others. Okay, energy signature. The past is in the present. So this could be something again that it was going on in the past, and you freed yourself from it a long time ago, but now the cycle is finally coming to end because you've done the healing. You're coming out the other side, and you're finally feeling like yourself again. Okay, you're just vibrating really, really high. Okay, not that you weren't anyway, but this situation, whatever it was, whether it be something to do with your own connection with yourself, maybe you haven't felt like you've been connected to spirit, but at the same time you understand that you're always connected to spirit. It's just whether or not you're vibrating high enough, or your mind is playing tricks on you to make you feel like you're not connected to spirit. So this could be with regards to mind manipulation, with regards to your divine guidance. Okay, maybe someone tried to tell you that you weren't being divinely guided, or that your messages weren't divine guidance. Okay, and now you're finally realizing, because you're feeling positive, lighter, and you've got this new sense of freedom. Maybe you went through this period of doubting yourself and allowing, maybe somebody outside of you was planting seeds within your mind that your intuition was wrong, that you weren't receiving divine guidance, that that they were gaslighting your intuition, okay? And maybe that led you to doubt yourself, okay? So then you realised you were planting these seeds within yourself because that's what they wanted. Now you've continued to kind of fight through that. You've gone deep within to find out where that's coming from, and it could be a childhood wound that you've now managed to heal. But whatever it is, whatever you've managed, you've done, you're overcoming it. You're coming out the other side. You're looking brighter. You're just radiating this magnetic energy, okay? You're not that you weren't loving anyway. You've continued to be this loving person regardless of what you were going through. When you were going through your dark night of the soul and doing the healing, you've continued to be loving and put that out into the universe. You've continued. What I'm seeing here is that either you or someone else was making you doubt your intuition and the path that you should have been following. And it doesn't mean that necessarily that you are a reader. That could be with regards to anything that you're passionate about, your purpose in life, okay? Whether it be carpentry, whether it be art, it's something to do with your creativity, okay? And it's kind of like you've kept going despite the negative, the mind manipulation, okay? Whether it be your own mind manipulation or someone else's, or maybe a bit of both, okay? You've kept going, you've kept pushing through that. And now, and you trusted and had faith that you were following that, what, even if you weren't on the right path, that the spirit would guide you, that they would redirect you if needed. And you've just kept going and pushed through your fears, put yourself out there and just kept going and trusting, having faith that even if it didn't work out, that it would be a lesson or a blessing, and you would get some sort of skill, and it would, even if it doesn't feel like it makes sense, you've followed, you've continued to follow the intuitive guidance that you've been receiving, because every time you do that, even if it doesn't seem to make sense, you trust and have faith that one day it will. And every stepping stone is leading you, even if it feels like it's taking you in a completely different direction, it's actually leading you towards where you're meant to be. And that's what you've continued to do. You've pushed through, and you're continuing to push through some sort of, I'm in the mind, okay? Like the seeds of doubt, the self-doubt, the self-sabotage, you've pushed through it, you've continued to push through it. When other people have, outside of you, have told you that, you know, you're I want to say chasing fireflies. I don't know where that's just come from. That may be relevant for someone, okay? Fireflies may be relevant, but it's representative of chasing dreams, and it, like, something about never being able to catch a firefly. It's impossible to catch a firefly. I really don't know where that's come from, so I'm hoping somebody can resonate with that. But it's like trying to grab at this firefly, and it's just out of reach. It's there, you can see it, but you can't quite grab it. And it's because you've had deep rooted self-doubt, and you're like healing that now. And as a result of that, whatever it is that you've been chasing, your dreams, your desires, it's actually starting to manifest. It's starting to pay off. You kept going, you took a risk, it's paying off. And this mind manipulation is clearing, okay? It might not feel like it's quite done yet, but just keep going, okay? Because it is you are closing out a cycle. You are closing out a cycle. There's something about understanding your purpose on a deeper level. You may be somebody who can do light language as well, okay? Or you have, it's to do with, this is a higher power. I will get some clarification. You have a higher rank in spirit, and therefore your purpose and your skills, just heard my phone vibrating, okay, so confirmation. Your skills are like amplifying, okay? There's a lot of people around you that have got their eyes on you, okay? With this owl, I'm seeing, did I say owl or owl? With this owl, I'm seeing Labyrinth, Jared watching Sarah. Someone's watching you, okay? And someone is seeing you differently. Someone's seeing you through new eyes. Someone's seeing the wisdom that you hold, the knowledge that you hold, and I feel like they're in awe of you. This could be your spirit team, but it could also be people around you on the physical as well. Like there's people that kind of just want to be in your energy. I'm just seeing people just sort of sitting and looking at you in awe, not necessarily saying anything, but they just can't take their eyes off of you, okay? So you may be walking around and feeling like people are looking at you and staring at you, and it's because you're vibrating really high and they can feel it. They may not be able to see it, but they can feel it, and they can see something within you that's it's magnetic, okay? Let's get some tarot. Get some tarot first. So with this, going back to Labyrinth and Jared, he tricks Sarah. He takes something from her, the baby, her little baby brother. He takes her baby brother from her to trick her, and tries to manipulate her, and says that, you know, they can like, he wants to keep her for himself, basically. She can have her brother back if she stays with him. And I feel like someone tried to take something from you. Like, I'm getting this sense that someone around you with this mind manipulation tried to gaslight your intuition so that you would stay with them, okay? They didn't want you to see something from a higher perspective. They didn't want you to heal. They didn't want you to ascend, okay? They tried to keep your third eye blocked. They may have, yeah, this is making sense. They may have attacked your third eye, okay, so that they could have psychically attacked you. They could have put some sort of, I'm seeing a mist over the third eye, okay. They could have tried to literally block your third eye with spell work. Like, it was veiled. Your third eye was veiled. Your third eye was veiled. This person may have been trying to attack you in your sleep, because that's when you're most vulnerable, okay? I don't feel like they're doing it now. That's interesting. Doesn't feel like they're doing it now. Why have they stopped? That's making me uneasy. For somebody to suddenly stop. For someone to go through all that effort to block you, to then suddenly stop. That's not sitting well with me. There's an ulterior motive there. There is an ulterior motive. Let's get some tarot and see if we can get to the bottom of that, because that's making me feel really uneasy. What are they planning? conflict. 4 of Pentacles. Ace of Swords. Give me a minute. On the bottom of the deck, we have the High Priestess. Intuition, but her eyes are closed. Again, it's coming back to something. They didn't want you to see the truth. But why have they suddenly stopped? They were attacking. Why have they suddenly stopped? You knew who you were. You'd already reached a level of self-awareness. So you got to a point where there was no going back, okay? They kind of delayed you a little bit, and they did like cloak or block your third eye for a period of time. But the further you go back, the further forward you're going to go. But ultimately, they couldn't take away your stability. They couldn't take away who you were. Someone didn't want you to find out who you really were. Why? You saw through some conflict that someone, or some fighting, or something arguing that was going on. You saw through it. I'm hearing secrets and lies. Let's get some more cards and see if we can get to the bottom of this. The Chariot. Spirit moved you out of this conflict. You were going anyway, but Spirit sped it up. Spirit removed you from harm's way. There was something that you said or did okay. This to me does feel very much like a past situation, okay? Now, in the past, you said something to with this. The Ace of Swords is communication, okay? It can be verbal, it can be written, but it's communication. In the past, you said something to a person or a group of people about your doubts, your self-doubts, or something to do with where you weren't feeling very confident or something. And this person took an opportunity to manipulate that. They saw an opportunity to gaslight you further. But they tried to play it off as if they were supporting you. They didn't want you to keep tapping into your intuition, because they knew if you kept tapping in and you trusted and had faith in that, that you would find out something that they'd been doing behind your back. But your vibration is naturally high, even when you're going through your dark, what I call your dark days, your dark night of the soul. Your vibration is automatically high, and because you do your shadow work, so you acknowledge the bad with the good. You don't guilt and shame yourself for that, so you're automatically going to vibrate higher, okay? Even if it's a lower vibrational energy, when you're doing your shadow work, as long as you're acknowledging it and choosing a different feeling, and not guilting or shaming yourself for any feelings that come up, because they're all valid, then you're automatically going to vibrate higher. This person didn't understand that. They didn't understand it. You freed yourself. It was spirit led. You were guided to free yourself, and you followed your intuition, and it paid off. I'm seeing 4 wands. I know this is the Knight of Wands, but I'm seeing 4 wands. 1, 2, 3, and then 1 here, 4. 1111 could be relevant for you. Death and rebirth. Yeah, you've been reborn. You're a phoenix. You're giving off phoenix energy. You rise from the ashes. That card's just slipped. What's under there? The Fool. Somebody is definitely seeing you from another perspective. There are people around you that are witnessing your glow up, and they're kind of just sat back in awe. They can't even approach you because they don't know what to say to you. They don't know what to say to you. I feel like there are people that are scrambling to get into your energy, but they can't because they don't know what to say to you. They don't know how to approach you. Because they know, they don't know, because they don't know how much you know with regards to a person or a situation, but also because your discernment is on point. Your intuition is on point. Because there's something that you've said or done. So as well as saying something to this person that manipulated your self-doubt, there was something that you said or you predicted to or about this group of people. And they're realizing just how powerful you are. You're a seer. You're a seer. You can look into the future. You can predict the future. Your ability scares them. Your ability to see the future scares and intimidates these people. Your ability to... They say the eyes are the windows to the soul. Your ability, when you make eye contact with people, it's like you're searing their souls. You're seeing straight into them. My phone's just gone off. That's confirmation. You see through them to the core of who they are. And that scares the shit out of them. Because I'm feeling like I'm making eye contact with someone, I can feel like I'm kind of like burning from the inside out. You see so deep into their soul. But for some of these people, they like it. They like that kind of acknowledgement, but it scares them at the same time. But in seeing, they feel seen. You make people feel seen and feel heard, and you don't even have to say anything. You can just be in the room. You can just make eye contact with someone, and you just make them feel seen and heard. Somebody didn't like this about you. Somebody didn't like that you had this effect and this ability with others. And they got jealous because they just wanted it for themselves. And that's why they tried to manipulate you and gaslight you into thinking that your intuition was wrong. Because they wanted to keep you stuck with them. They didn't want you with other people. They wanted to keep you with them. You're also like, your glow up is inspiring others, and I'm with this burning, I'm like, it's like a fire, a spark within. So you're igniting the spark within a lot of other people. Well, this person that was attacking, I never understand, why would you attack someone if you want them to stay with you? Like, why would you go out of your way to be horrible to them, to destroy their reputation, to turn others against them, if you want them to stay with you? Do you think that their self-worth and their self-esteem is so low that they'll just put up with that? And I feel like maybe that has worked for them in the past. Maybe it worked with you in the past. But now you've reached a new level of self-awareness and self-love and realised that you deserve better and it's not working anymore. And I feel like this person is spiralling out of control, like within their head. It's almost like they're obsessing. They're having thoughts. Again, we've got two spirals here. Okay, spirals could be significant. Somebody's thoughts of you are spiraling out of control to the point of obsession. They were attacking you. Oh, because it's backfiring. So they were trying to make you obsessed with them. And they wanted you to spiral out of control so that they could be the hero and save you. And that, you know, to make you addicted to them, to make you need them. But they've suddenly stopped because the tables have turned. And now, and you've walked away, the spell's been broken, the veil has been lifted, and it's backfiring on them. So they can't attack you because they're being attacked by everything that they sent towards you. They're obsessed with you. They're having obsessive thoughts about you. And they're absolutely going out of their mind, trying to come up with ways to get you back, to get your attention, doing whatever it is that they can, because they need you. They believe that they need you. It's all backfiring on them. That's why they've suddenly stopped. Because they can't physically... It's like when you try to physically do something, but you feel blocked in doing it. They're trying it, but it's I wanted to say reverberating. This, I'm seeing with that reverberating. It's like a drum, but I'm not seeing a typical, musical instrument. With this spiral, I'm seeing the cochlea in an ear and the eardrum reverberating. Okay? So they're hearing everything that they... Like, you've been hearing about what this person's done to you, what has been said to you. Like, everything that they said to you and you heard them saying with regards to your intuition and just the seeds that they were planting, everything that they whispered in your ear to plant seeds for you to hear is reverberating within them. It's coming back to their ears. So they're having issues with their mental health. They're struggling more than they're letting on, but they're literally kind of just going, over and over what they said to you. It's like they're confused. They're obsessing over you in that they don't know why you've disconnected from them. So they're trying to go over and over and over everything that they said to you or every conversation that you've had with them to try and work out why you're not having anything to do with them, why you're not communicating with them. They're also listening to... this is also with them, like, trying to listen and understand as to why their spell work, their whatever it is they're doing is backfiring. I feel like they're listening, but they're not hearing. You may have tried to tell this person that things need to change, and they listened to you, but they didn't listen. They didn't listen to understand. They listened to respond. They want you to hear them out. They maybe want to come to you with some sort of truth, and they want you to listen. They want you to hear them out. But with the spiral, I'm seeing that they're going to twist the truth. Going to twist it to suit them. But everything that they like, all the comments and conversations you had with them where they were trying to come across as if they were being supportive towards you and validating you, but secretly they were just planting more seeds of self-doubt. All those conversations are going round and round and round in their head. Every conversation, every meeting that you've had with them, everything, they're going over and over. They're having really obsessive thoughts about you, trying to understand where it went wrong, trying to understand why all of a sudden it stopped working, and going back over, when did it stop? I feel like they're trying to send you, they're trying to, I want to say mind link you. They're trying to send telepathic thoughts to you so that you think of them and they get obsessive of them, so that you'll come back to them, so they can have that conversation with you, have a conversation with you about like what's been going on. But it's not working, it's just bouncing back. Spirit are protecting your mind and your third eye, but that doesn't mean that you shouldn't continue your own protection, okay? Crystals, place them under your pillow. I'm seeing amethyst, selenite, a clear quartz, lavender. Lavender's good for helping to unblock the third eye and clear the chakras out. Protective, rosemary for protection. Frankincense and myrrh. But anything that you feel guided towards. Peaceful warrior, Archangel Ariel. Thank you, Ariel, for helping me stand my ground with peace. Yeah, you've got Archangel Ariel around you, helping you stand your ground with peace. You are a peaceful warrior. You know when to speak. You know when to you know when to pick your battles. Okay, so I feel like you walked away from a situation. You saw it from a higher perspective. There was no you didn't feel the need to, like, I don't feel like you feel that there's any unfinished business with this person, that you need to communicate with anything with them, but they feel like you owe them an explanation as to why you walked away. But I feel like you already explained. They have all the answers. You've already told them. I feel like you literally told them if things don't change, then you're going to walk. But you're just protecting your boundaries. Spirit are protecting your boundaries. I'm being really drawn to all the eyes. Like everyone's there. I'll start again. All eyes are on you. Okay, everyone's got eyes on you. Spiritual beings have their eyes on you. People around you have their eyes on you. You could be the talk of the town with regards to your vibration and your energy. Okay, people are absolutely loving it. Count your blessings. Thank you, universe and angels, for the blessings in my life. Absolutely, you're great. You're grateful. And gratitude. You're grateful for everything that this situation has brought out of you, for where you are now, and that's why you're vibrating so high. Part of the reason you're vibrating so high is because you're tapping into the gratitude. You're celebrating the smalls as well as the bigs. You're celebrating literally everything, and you're not waiting to celebrate. You're doing it today. Okay, We never know what tomorrow's going to bring. So celebrate today, okay? Celebrate in every given moment. Whatever's going on, just celebrate it. You're not just celebrating your wins either. You're celebrating everyone else's wins. You're just giving that loving energy out. You don't just celebrate your own wins. You don't just clap for yourself. You clap for others. And you don't get jealous and envious when someone else gets something that you maybe have been trying to manifest. You look, you look at them and you go, well, I'm really, really happy for you, and you genuinely mean that you are happy when you see someone else receiving something that they've been working so hard to get, because you know what, because you, right, I'll slow down. You're genuinely happy for others when they receive something, some sort of blessing, because you know what work has to go in to receiving, to be in alignment with that manifestation. You see, you are somebody, you see people. You may not say anything, but you see people. You see the unhealed versions of them. You're a seer. You don't just see the future, you see people's pasts and where they've come from to get to where they are now. You know the work that that person has put in to receive whatever they're receiving. But you also know because you've done it yourself. So you don't judge anyone and say that nobody deserves something when they're given something. You don't get envious, you don't get jealous, you don't try to take it away from them. You clap for them. You are everybody's cheerleader. You are everybody's cheerleader. And if somebody's trying to manifest something, you're going to support them. You're going to try and help manifest it. You're going to pray for them. Because that's who you are. And if you see someone who's manifested something that you've been desiring, you're not going to try and take it away from them. You're not going to get jealous. You're not going to get resentful. It's just going to push you and inspire you to keep going. Because you're going to take that as a sign that that is something that is coming in for you. If it's something that you keep seeing. I'm being shown babies right now, okay? So maybe someone is hoping that they're going to get pregnant, or they're going to be able to adopt a baby, okay? Or foster a baby. If you're seeing babies all around you, it's a sign from the universe that that is coming for you. Does it mean it's coming today? No, not necessarily. Does it mean it's coming tomorrow, next week? No, it could come 2 years down the line. But you know and trust that if someone else is like having newborns, you're happy for them, you're clapping for them, and you know that that's coming in for you. Cars, if you're seeing everyone's getting a car and you're trying to manifest a car, great. Again, you're clapping for them. You're not trying to take that car away from them. You're not trying to cause them accidents on the road. You're going, great, I'm seeing everyone's getting a car, that's brilliant. Now I know that one's coming in for me. Okay? You're not the type of person, you're a people person. You're a people person, but you're not a people person. You love, I don't want to say hate, you don't hate people, but like the human race frustrates you, but at the same time they intrigue you, okay? You're just very discerning about who you spend time with and who you give your energy to, because you know, but you don't judge the people. There are people that are frustrating because no matter how much you try to guide them and tell them and ask, try to get them to heal so that they can be a better person, they're just not getting the message. And you're understanding that those people can be draining. And it's not because you don't care about them, it's just that you've got to love them from a distance. Okay? And that's what I'm seeing with this person here. You tried to tell them that you were growing and ascending and they had a choice to step up or step out. They chose to step out. They made choices that overstepped your boundaries, and you had to follow through with your boundaries, because otherwise that showed everybody that you didn't have any self-respect. And you couldn't ascend. So that's what I'm seeing here, is that you know, you're a people person, and you're not going to wish ill on anyone, because that's not who you are. You're going to wish the best for everybody, but you understand that at the same time you don't have to be around everybody, because you have to protect your peace, so you can love people from a distance. And you're grateful for every person that you've encountered in your life, because they've made you who you are. They haven't made you who you are. You made yourself who you are because you did the work. But they've helped trigger the unhealed versions of you so that you can do the work, so you can choose to do the work. Somebody feels like you owe them your thanks. They feel like, what's the word I'm looking for? That they're entitled. That if it wasn't for them, you wouldn't have what you wanted, what you'd have now. So they feel like you owe them an apology for cutting them off, because if it wasn't for them, certain things wouldn't have happened. You don't owe them an apology for the way they treated you. You're grateful for whatever it is that they brought in for you, so that you could heal, so that they could push you and show you, you know, how not to be. But at the same time, I'm confused as to, and kind of like, really, why would you apologize to someone who's been treating you like this and bullying you, because it's pushed you? Because they didn't have to do that. They made choices. They didn't have to bully you. You could have still got to where you were going without them bullying you. Open your heart, Archangel Chamuel. Thank you, Chamuel, for removing the barriers around my heart. Open your heart and let people in, okay? But make sure that you're discerning with regards to who you're letting in. I feel like this situation did push you further into a heart chakra awakening, a heart chakra activation. You are very giving, you are very loving, but you're also, you're very giving and you're very loving to everybody, but you're realizing now that you don't have to give to everybody to give, if that makes sense. You can give from afar. You don't owe anyone anything. And likewise, nobody owes you anything. Okay? On the bottom of the deck, we have signs from heaven. Thank you, heaven, for sending me reminders of your presence. Absolutely. Trust and have the signs. Trust and have faith that any signs that you're receiving are meant for you. And again, this is confirmation that somebody was trying to plant seeds in your sleep. But spirit, with these feathers, spirit were protecting you and are protecting you, okay? And it's just coming back on them. You could have a loved one in heaven that's been trying to get through to you. Pay attention to the signs. It may be something, I'm seeing a box, okay? This could be symbolic, but there's a box and there's something in this box. They're trying to give you a box with something in it. I can't see what's in it. I feel like this is personal for you. Maybe you have something of theirs in a box and you need to get it out of the box and look at it from time to time, okay? And just hold it in your hands, because that's going to help them to connect with you a little bit easier, okay? Yeah, I'm just seeing this box. It's just, it's like a small box. Doesn't feel... It looks wooden. And it's got, I see red. So I'm seeing possibly a wooden box with red lining. But there's something in this box that they're trying to draw your attention to, okay? And again, if you're trying to manifest something and you're seeing everyone around you is receiving that, then trust and have faith, a sign that it could be coming in for you, but it may not come in the way you expect it. So if you're looking to, like, let's take it back to the baby, for example. If you're looking to birth a child, it may not be that it comes in that way. It may be that it comes in through adoption or fostering, okay? Again, that could be a sign for you if you've been thinking about adopting or fostering or IVF or something like that, that's a sign for you to go down that route. And there's no shame or guilt in that. You're giving a child a family. It does, you know, at the end of the day, that may be part of your life purpose, is to go through adoption or fostering specifically. That keeps coming back up in my head. I'm also seeing a grandchild. So maybe a grandchild is coming in, or people are wishing for a grandchild. I'm seeing this baby being handed. You may have a grandparent, a grandmother specifically in spirit. A grandmother or a mother. It's a feminine energy, or someone you looked up to who was kind of like you. You may have been adopted or fostered, or like cared for by a grandma, an auntie, somebody who I'm just feeling like motherly energy, but that can come in the form of a grandmother, an auntie, or whatever that is. But I'm seeing them hand you a baby. I'm seeing this little baby in, like, what do they call it when they swaddle? It's swaddle, isn't it? It's when they swaddle them. I'm seeing a baby in swaddling. I can't. I'm leaning towards a baby girl. I'm leaning towards a baby girl being given. Okay, this is someone in spirit handing you, gifting you this baby, but I'm seeing a girl, but it doesn't have to be. Okay, I'm seeing the generations. So with the grandmother energy, grandmother, mother, daughter, or grandmother, daughter, grandmother, mother, daughter, granddaughter, or great granddaughter for the grandmother. Okay, so I'm seeing a generations thing. So the firstborn daughter. This could also be that your gifts come from being, if you're the first daughter, you could be the one with the spiritual gifts of rebirth, because babies represent death and not death and rebirth. Birthing something new. So you're being gifted the gift of a new beginning. Okay, so the baby could be symbolic. It doesn't have to be literal. The baby could be symbolic of a new beginning. Okay, it could be also a generational thing within the male line. Okay, but I'm being drawn more specifically to the feminine line. Okay. Do I want to get any more there? No, I think we're going to close it out with some affirmations. Ooh. Oops. Okay, so affirmations are positive statements about how you want to be, how you want your life to be, and can be used to help maintain a positive mindset. Let's get some affirmations, please, Spirit. Okay, take this one. Today I dare to do something differently. Letting go creates space for me to receive. Absolutely. Out with the old, in with the new. or take both. Life doesn't have to be perfect in order for me to choose happiness. Today I choose happiness. That's what I was saying. You're celebrating the highs, the lows, and just being grateful for all of it. Today I dare to do something differently. Step out of your comfort zone. Do something that you used to do as a child. Tap into your child like energy. Do something, I want to say do something silly, okay? The door that closes for me is the wrong door. The door that opens for me is the right door. Absolutely. Absolutely. When one door closes, another one opens. What is meant for you will always be for you. Whatever it is that you're trying to manifest is coming in for you. And if you're seeing other people around you receiving something or something to do with what you're trying to manifest, then trust that that is a sign from spirit, from your loved ones in heaven, that it's about to, that it is going to happen for you, okay? And like I said, it may not happen today, it may not happen tomorrow, it might not be next week, but it, you know, at some point it could be within the next 2 years, okay, for some of you. And I know that seems like such a long time away, or it could be something that you, if it's not within the next 2 years, it could be something that you said within the next 2 years, and that was like 2 years ago, or that was a year ago, and it's starting to manifest. It may manifest quicker than you expected, okay? And you may start to have some anxiety because you weren't prepared for it, but everything manifests at the perfect time, okay? I'm going to leave it there. Take care, stay safe, and I'll see you soon. Namaste.